Sunday, May 17th. Good morning from Europe. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, guys. Piotr here, this is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and we are going to make crypto market update. So without the further delay, let's start straight. So let's start straight with the Bitcoin chart. This is monthly, and if you remember, we drew this line based on some highs. So the May high, it was nothing else, just a retest of the trend line, a little bit of the rejection, at least for now, right? The good thing, the positive from the bulls perspective, is that we got back above yearly open very quickly, right? Red dotted line is a yearly open. So there was this huge sell-off, lower shadow. Immediately on April we got back above a yearly open, and we trying to fight to 10,000 level. So from the monthly chart perspective, right, the one thing is a supply around 10,000, all right, based on the trend line. From the demand, yearly open, that's the quite significant levels for now. So something between 9,500, 10,000 to the upside, and to the downside, yearly open around 7,250. Let's have a look what we have on the weekly chart. Here the situation is even clearer, I would say, because still it's not only the red trend line from the monthly, but also horizontal possible supply, which been tested quite a few times, right? So lower upper shadow from the previous week, and we are trying to retest this level, but still it's confirmed that this supply around 10,000. The 10,000 level, by the way, it's some kind of the psychological. So in that case, if we are going to be able to get back above, that's gonna be significant, and hold above 10K, that's gonna be significant development. Now, from the weekly chart perspective, we have one support higher around 8,500 based on what we previously seen, right? So that's the first, as you can see, this week been tested, previous week been tested, but holding with the a little bit lower shadows. We are talking about the levels again, and around between 8,500, 8,200. So that's how I see the things from the weekly chart perspective. Still pullback possible, all right, as long as we are below the trend line from the monthly chart. Let's have a look what we have on a daily. Okay, that's the daily, and the very good thing is that we are holding this 8,500 we discussed on the weekly, but here the significance of that level, of that zone, is clearer, right? So we've been tested this level quite a few times lately after the break to the upside, and we are trying, for now, we are trying to hold. So basically, when it comes to the daily chart, 8,500, 8,200, the same as on weekly. On the downside, to the upside, as you can see, we are fighting with this previous consolidation, and from where we moved to the downside. So that might be quite significant, and that's how market is reacting here, right? Rejection, and bears are trying to fight that level. So for now, trying to summarize, Bitcoin for now 9,500, 10,200 upside supply. When it comes to the demand from the daily and weekly, we have something around 8,500, 8,200. And from the monthly, so the highest is the yearly open around 7,200, 7,250. Now let's have a look what we have on Ether. Let's switch to Ether. The weekly chart is looking a little bit better right now. Let me make some cleaning here, because we can assume, at least for now, we can assume that previous week, right, this move to the downside, previous week move to the downside, it was nothing else, just the retest of the level we discussed, right, the breakout level. So 185, 175 holding for now, all right? So that looks good. The only thing bulls might be worried about, upper shadow 2 weeks ago, upper shadow week ago, and when we are going to make the measure, right? If we are going to make the measure, the thing is, okay, that we almost ideally retest that level, and there is another attempt to build upper shadow, right? So this zone around 210, 215 looks like quite significant. So when it comes to the Ether, in that case, 210, 215 supply, demand in between 85 and 75, 185, 175 from the weekly chart perspective. Let's have a look what we have on the daily chart here, all right? Because we are fighting with the trend line, and there was a break of that trend line a few days ago, all right, and we're trying to get back above, but the fight is going on here around 200. It's also psychological level, I would say. In case of the break to the downside through that line, all right, I would say that the next level, in that case, breaking, holding below trend line, breaking below 185, 175, might lead to retest 160, 150, and in that case, we are talking about this this consolidation over here, the levels seen at the beginning of the April, all right, 2020. So the picture is not that clear yet, in my opinion, both on Bitcoin and Ether. We have some kind of the consolidation, and well, looks like we have to be patient to see which side is gonna be the winner. Are they gonna be bulls or bears? Also, we can check where we are from the Ether versus Bitcoin perspective, right? And we got back, and we are testing again 50% of that original consolidation we discussed some time ago, and as you can see, we are trying to hold this 0.02 level. If we are going to hold that level, we might try to translate into a little bit stronger Ether versus Bitcoin, meaning that ETHUSD going to have a better behavior, right? But in case of the move down below 0.02 again, meaning that the bigger chances for the better behavior are going to have bulls on the Bitcoin versus US dollar. So we are testing a very significant level also when it comes to Ether versus Bitcoin. Guys, That was my pleasure to make the update for you. Don't be trapped. We are waiting for some kind of the developments on the market. Don't be in a rush. Patient, especially don't be trapped. Have a great Sunday and see you around, guys. Thank you, take care, and goodbye.